Good afternoon. I would just like to display some of the functionalities of our current application of Salesforce, especially through the user-facing side of Community, and the functionality and ability for a external-facing user to submit an application, for this application to trigger workflow tasks and to allow users to have visibility into this case. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm currently in a Salesforce community. On the home page, you're able to see the open cases available. You're able to see the case number, contact name, status, as well as the priority of the case itself. So as a user of this application, I would like to create an application here. I'm just going to go ahead and click that. I'm going to additionally click new case. And for the record type, I will select risk management as my record type. As I am a risk management student, I will choose a risk management based contact. An available one here is John Snow. So John is going to select his contact name, as well as fill out any additional information for the case itself. You see here there are required fields to fill out here, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Excuse me, I will actually just decide to select a supervisor from our already populated list there, as well as continue to fill out the rest of this. Alright, once I've filled out the rest of this case information here, I will go ahead and save this. You'll see that your case is created with an auto-generated number here. You're able to see there's information about your case displayed here as well. And so let's go ahead and switch into the internal facing side of this application to see what's going on here. You can see here that the top case is the one that we just created, John Snow. The status is under review currently, as well as the time opened, the supervisor's email and name, as well as other relevant information. If we go into the case itself, we're able to see that the case has an overall status of pending, pending the approval of Kathy Cohen, who is the risk management advisor and the first person to approve this application at this moment in this step. So going into the process workflow really quick. This is our current process building workflow. Where we're able to see that there are relevant record types that are triggering actions such as risk management, and it's doing a status field update as well as passing it through the risk management approval action. And you can see that demonstrated here. Just really quick, I just wanted to demonstrate that this is the email assigned with the user Kathy Cohen. And you can see here that there is a new request to view this following item. As we click the record for the approval request, we're able to see the case number here, as well as the case owner, and we're able to provide comments, approve and reject. So let's just go ahead and approve this case to pass on to the next step. So I will say thank you. And I will approve this. This will now trigger the next assigned approver to Dr. David Eccles, which is the instructor for the risk management department. And again, going here, we can see that this is a new email that the risk management instructor has received. Again, another approval request. We'll open this again. We'll see that this request was approved by Kathy Cohen, and we're able to see the case again. If the instructor requires further information, they can go to the case itself, look at the contact name, and hover over and see a view. Okay, this contact, John Snow, is a risk management major with a 3.8 GPA. This person appears to satisfy my requirements, so I will go ahead and approve the request. And I will go ahead and approve this. And you can see here that it's passed all the steps. And we receive an email here for the original response of the case itself. All right, and so I would just like to add a few things to this screencast, a few limitations, if you will, as well as additional features that we were able to include during this sprint. Some limitations that we incurred were the survey link not necessarily being sent to the supervisor. There were issues linking that functionality to our overall process. I'll just go ahead and show what we currently have as listed for the survey link. You can see here that the survey should send out an internship evaluation form in the form of a link, and the recipient should be the contact and the supervisor linked with that contact. However, this was not entirely working as we had planned, and we hope to further investigate this issue as a workaround. Additionally, we've included validation rules for our case. I'll just go ahead and show those. Validation rules for our case object. And you can see here that there are a couple. You would have to enter in the employer address as well as their name and the start date restriction. So let's just go ahead and see that in action here. I'm going to switch over to community here. Which tab is this? So I'm in community now. I'm going to create an application. So I'm just going to select new. Let's do management. Let's just do Jackson Hayes. Status is set to new. Whoops. And so one of the validation rules is that the start date cannot be past the end date selected here. It's going to select a supervisor, a type of the internship itself. The focus should be supply chain management. All right, and the other relevant information here we'll fill out. And again, I'm expecting this case to be invalid for submission due to the start date being past the end date. So let's try this out. And you can see here it's triggering it's triggering an error to let the user know that their the dates that they had selected are incorrect based upon our rules. Enter the correct start date of and end date of your internship, as well as the cause for error here. So I'll just go ahead and fix this. We'll do it a day before the end date here. See if it creates. So you can see here the case is created. And again, we'll go into community to see that this has indeed been created. And you can see here, it's Jackson Hayes under review. It's pending approval by Amanda Sexton, who is the risk management, the management advisor. And of course here, there are, errors with this application that should trigger Amanda to realize that this application should not go through, such as their eligibility of management itself. So I'm expecting that Amanda should see this value unchecked and go ahead and deny this. Again, there are limitations with our application as is, and that is primarily the supervisor not receiving the survey link. However, there is a link to our survey community page. And you can see here that this is what it would look like if they were to receive a survey. This is one that we had, tried to include. However, it's not necessarily linked to any case at all. So with that, I would like to conclude the screencast. And thank you for watching.